Hi there, welcome back to our financial literacy series. Today we're going to explore managing expenses and saving strategies. Most of our information might be overlapping with the budgeting basics. So, today we'll be learning essential skills for improving your financial health and overall quality of life. Let's dive in and learn how to take control of your finances and build a secure future. So, the first step in managing your expenses is understanding where your money goes. Here's how you can start. First, you can track your income, such as wages, government assistance, side jobs. Then, you want to list your expenses. Write down all your expenses. These include fixed expenses, which are your rent, utilities, transportation, insurance, variable expenses, which are your groceries, clothing, entertainment, medical expenses, discretionary expenses, which are eating out, hobbies, and non essential items. Then, you want to categorize your spending. Break down your expenses into categories to get a clear picture. This would be like breaking my expenses into transportation, housing, food, healthcare, and leisure. So for every category, you will just list down your expenses in those categories. Then you would use tools and apps. If you need help, you can use various apps and websites on the internet that can help you track and categorize your expenses automatically. So next you want to do is creating a budgeting plan, which we did this before, which are setting your financial goals, determining your short-term and long-term goals, prioritizing your essential expenses, which are that your budget covers all essential expenses first, which are your rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, and then you want to allocate money for your savings. Aim to save a portion of your income every month. Even small amounts can add up over time. Your main goal is to save enough to get those goals, complete those goals, and fulfill them. And then looking at all your expenses, you really want to find where you can cut back. You want to adjust your spendings so you can save more. But if that does not work, such as your most of your expenses are in the fixed expenses, then that's also fine. Then you can save small amounts, which will add up over time. Then you want to adjust and review your budget plan regularly. Your financial situation can change. Sometimes you might face some emergency issues or something. So it's very important to review your budget regularly and make adjustments as needed. So let's see, how do we manage our expenses? You want to distinguish between needs and wants. Focus on spending money on things you rather things you need instead of what you want. Cut down on unnecessary expenses. Identify areas where you can cut back. Shop smart. When you're going to go buy clothes or any other items, you might want to look for discounts, use coupons, or buy in bulk if there's a sale to save money. Compare prices before making purchases. Tip 4. Save on utilities. Reduce your utility bills by conserving energy. Now, if it's daylight, you do not want your lights to be on. You want your lights to be off. So it's important that when it's not in use, you can unplug your appliances and use energy efficient devices. Tip 5. Limit debt. Avoid taking on unnecessary debt. If you must borrow money, choose the lowest interest rate option and have a clear plan to repay it. If you take a loan, that must be in your short-term goal or long-term goal. It depends on the loan. And if you want to borrow money, you want to make sure that you really have a way of paying that back, or it might become debt. Now, here are some saving strategies. The first strategy is to pay yourself first. Treat savings like an essential expense. Set aside a portion of your income for savings. This could be as little as 5% to as much as 10% of your income. Then automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account. Number 3, build an emergency fund. So aim to save enough money to cover 3 to 6 months of worth of living expenses. So if you have any unexpected events or anything happening, you can make sure that you can handle these situations and handle some unexpected expenses without going into debt. Strategy 4 is set specific saving goals. Having clear specific goals can motivate you to save, whether it's for a vacation, a new appliance, or future education costs. Step 5. Use saving accounts wisely. If you do not have a savings account, it would be recommended to have one, as these saving accounts would give you money as you're keeping your money within the bank. So you want to choose a savings account with a high interest rate to maximize your savings. Consider using separate accounts for different savings goals, a long-term and a short-term goals. So then you want to make saving a habit. You should start small. Obviously, you're not going to start saving with 50% of your income. It's not recommended at all. You want to start small with like 5%, and then as you get more comfortable, you can gradually increase the amount you save. Then tip 2 is to stay motivated. Remind yourself of your financial goals and the benefits of savings. Then tip 4 is to stay informed. Continuously educate yourself about personal finance. Read books, attend workshops, and read the articles on the Daily Financial Times. So here are some detailed budgeting techniques. So these are some key budgeting techniques. So the first one is zero-based budgeting. This concept involves assigning every dollar a purpose until nothing is left unallocated. It helps ensure that all your income is used purposefully. If some of your money is going to another reason which is not purposeful, then you can cut down on those expenses and save more. Then you have the 50-30-20 rule. A basic rule which means that you will allocate 50% of your income to needs. These would be your fixed expenses, 30% to your wants, which are your variable expenses and discretionary expenses, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Envelope system. This is the cash system that involves setting aside cash for different spending categories. Once the cash is gone, you can't spend any more in that category. So what are some practical cost cutting strategies? So if you have a house, you really want, and if you're finding places for housing, then you want to find affordable housing, negotiating rent, or consider shared living arrangements. If you have utilities, use more specific energy saving tips, such as energy efficient light bulbs, weatherproofing windows, and reducing water usage, or you can turn off your lights when it's daytime. So it's thinking of these ways you can cut down your bill on the utilities. Third is food. Now, advice on meal planning, cooking at home, buying generic brands, and using community resources like food banks. So here are some detailed saving strategies. The first one is micro savings. So this is where you can have apps and programs that round up purchases to save the change. These will be like apps that can help you in showing where to spend expenses and how much you should spend. Then you have saving challenges. Introduce saving challenges like the 52-week challenge, where you save an increasing amount each week. This could be like I increase my savings by 2% or 3% every week. I mean, obviously you're not going to start saving like 150%. So after you have a saving every week, you can restart after that as well. Or it can be very small increments of like 0.5% or 0.1%. Then you have savings accounts. So this is where you have different types of savings accounts. You have regular savings, high yield savings, and certificates of deposits, which I'll cover through another video in the financial literacy series. So managing expenses and saving money are essential skills for achieving financial stability and independence. By understanding your expenses, creating a budget, and implementing effective saving strategies, you can take control of your finances and work towards a more secure future. Remember, small steps can lead to big changes over time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment if you need more financial tips and advice. See you next time. Thank you.